Alright guys, how's it going out there? Early morning video here. This is a customer pre-shipment video for Woody. This is a custom ordered amp, standard 2879s on the output as he requested, with two 2290 drivers. Now that being said, this is an amp that I don't stock because it's specifically designed for low output radios. So what I mean by that, 20 to 30 watts PEP max. Your McKinley's 148s, mildly tuned Cobra 29s, Cobra 2000s on a bass, stuff like that. Your radios that don't do a lot of power. Maybe you've got a old radio, vintage radio that's not a big swinger. It's ideal for this. Generally with the standard 2879s, I recommend a 1x4. But Woody wanted one like this. I did sell one of these in the past. As far as I know, the customer's been having good luck out of it. But again, with these amps, you do have to be careful and don't put a hot radio into them. We're going to test it with my Uniden because that's actually the best candidate I have. For everyday talking, I probably wouldn't run a radio this hot into it. This one does about 35 to 40 watts PEP. Again, something like a McKinley, a 148, Cobra 2000, some of those radios that do, 20 watts to 30 watts PEP, even maybe less, you'll be fine. Comes with a note on top of it. This is directly from Fatboy, not me. Max dead key 2 watts. So that's not a personal recommendation from me. That is their recommendation. So that being said, again, two 2290 drivers driving 4 2879 standards. We're going to test it, make sure everything's good to go with it, and we'll get this video wrapped up. So we're at 14.5. Yes, again, that reads 1/10 high, and we're going to test the output here. So or test the current draw rather. We're on the 400 amp setting. 400 amp setting there, and we'll just give it a good audio. Audio. So 74 amps. You'll notice on this amp, 2 hot leads coming out, and it's got a lug on the back for the ground wire, so you have to run your own little ground wire off the back. Show you here. The reason that's done, after the amps start drawing a certain amount of current, that's the best option to do. So you'll see that on like the 8 pills. I believe the 454 8 pills and the standard 2879 8 pills have it. But as you see, this thing's drawing 75 amps. So double hot leads and a lug on the back for the ground. Okay, let's go on here to our average power reading. We got a 1000 watt slug in here. We're gonna look at the bottom scale. About 150 watt dead key. Audio. 400 watts average on the audio. If you want to see me just talking to the mic, radio check, 1 2 3. Radio check, 1 2 3. Audio, radio check. High 300s just talking. Okay, PEP. Let's go down here, 1000 watt slug still. The P kit is now turned on. Bird 43P. Hello radio 1 2 3. Hello radio 1 2 3. Hello radio 1 2 3. 900 plus. Audio. Almost 1000 watts peak. Hello radio 1 2 3. Audio radio 1 2 3. Audio radio 1 2 3. So doing a good job. If you want to see what it does, just talking into it, what kind of current it's drawing. Hello radio, rooster radio connection, radio check, breaker 19, radio check. It's like about 65 amps if you were just going to talk into it. But good running little amp here. Dead key wise, talking on it, I'd probably be somewhere between 100 and 150 watts. Whatever 2 watts in gets you, should be in the safe zone. Again, that's the recommended drive from Fatboy. That's not just a number that I pulled out of my back pocket and said that's what it needs to be driven with. That's actually what they recommend driving it with. Again, if you were interested in one of these low output radios, now if you have a higher output radio and you're wanting a 2-drive and 4, 2x4 2879C is a good option, because the C's will take the drive and the 2 driver transistors will take the drive. So that's the ballpark you would be in there. We can turn the variable back here if you guys want to see it do a little bit less. Show you how that works. Might as well demonstrate it while we're at it. Hello, radio 1 2 3. That's at 3 o'clock. Audio, radio 1 2 3. So it didn't make a huge difference there. And this one may actually work like the last one I had, just changes the dead key a lot. The last one I had, it didn't change the overall swing much, but just the dead key. Audio, radio 1 2 3. Audio, radio 1 2 3. Audio. Yeah, it's changed the dead key a lot. It's keying really low. So that might be the way they're setting these 2-drive and 4s up. We're actually keyed up right there, and it dropped it down a little bit. That dropped us down to about 800. And then we'll turn it all the way to the left. Hello, radio 1 2 3. Audio, radio 1 2 3. Audio. So it does change the top end a little bit, but more than anything, it changes the dead key. So it did cut us back to 800 watts from, what was it, 950, close to 1,000 or so. So it does work on the top end and the bottom end as well. Nice amp. I think this will be a good one. You know, the key thing on all these amps, don't overdrive them and don't have a bad SWR. You know, watt meter goes a long ways. Having an accurate watt meter, just because, like I've told people in the past, having a tight watt meter is not an accurate watt meter. So if you have a tight watt meter, and let's say you're comparing it to a Bird, which is the industry standard, you have a radio that on a Dosi only shows 20 watts, but if you put it on a Bird, it shows 40 watts. All the amp builders out here are using Bird meters. So when they tell you 40 watts PEP, they mean on a Bird meter. Now, some people think, oh, my meter reads tighter than a Bird, that's good. It's not necessarily good, because it can lead you blowing stuff up. So that's one thing I do caution people about, and that has nothing to do with the guy that's purchasing this amp. But just speaking on these low drive amps that are pretty drive specific, I have to get into that a little bit. So just the FYI for the day, I guess. But Woody, I'll leave this thing running, man. Leave it running here for probably 10 minutes or so. Make sure it's, you know, going to hold together and everything. Not going to blow smoke on the bench. I left it running for about 20 minutes before I came in here and tested it, and I'll leave it running a little while after, and hopefully get this thing shipped out to you today. Appreciate it, guys. Rooster in Tennessee. Questions, comments, complaints, let me know. If you like this amplifier and like to order one like it, just shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Everybody have a great day, and we'll be loading out some more videos today. Rooster in Tennessee. See you, bye.